This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Chief Justice Brian M. Moree, QC, recently attended the regional heads of the judiciary meeting in Belize City, Belize. Chief Justice Moree and a delegation attended the 6th Biennial Conference of the Caribbean Judicial Officers held under the theme Judicial Integrity, the Pathway to Public Trust and Confidence. Over 150 judicial officers, including Chief Justices, registrars, magistrates, and court administrators from throughout the Caribbean were in attendance. The association engaged in fundraising efforts, including the sale of wristbands and hosting a conference dinner to solicit donations in support of the hurricane relief efforts for the Bahamas. The Registrar of the Supreme Court of the Bahamas, Mrs. Camille Darville Gomez, was elected to serve on the management committee of the CAGO for the next 2 years. She succeeded the Honorable Mr. Justice Ian Winder, who was elected in September 2017. Other members of the Bahamian delegation were Justices Ian Winder, Deborah Fraser, Cheryl Grant Thompson, Registrar Camille Darville Gomez, Deputy Registrar Constance Delancey, and Magistrate Mr. Ambrose Ambrister. The Bahamas Diabetic Association has to put a cap on events as the association is short on finances. However, Awareness, Compassion, and Education Diabetes, better known as ACE, is holding a Know Your Numbers Health Expo on November 30th at the Bahamar Convention Center. Our Ariel Boleg has this report.
It's no secret that the Bahamas has a huge diabetic problem. In fact, data proves that 1 in 7 adults in the Bahamas are diabetic. Even more statistics show the Bahamas is leading the world with the prevalence of diabetes. The most shocking stats of them all is that 50% of people do not know they have diabetes, as they are unaware of the signs and symptoms, nor have they had their blood checked. That's why ACE Diabetes is holding a Know Your Number Health Expo. As ACE Diabetes President Dr. Graham Cates says, this is key.
We believe that knowing your numbers is important. Knowing what your blood sugar is, your blood pressure, your weight. Because if you know your numbers, you can do something to change the future. This event is going to have over 50 healthcare professionals providing many services. We invite you to come out and be a part of this incredible event. We want you to know your numbers, and we, as a team, are counting on you.
The expo will include educational product and physician booths, as well as giveaways. Moreover, free testing and health screenings such as sleep apnea, dental, foot and eye screening, HbA1c test, and psychotherapy assessment. Vice President of the organization and nurse Anita Cates talks about the events that will be happening as well.
The first event is going to be on Know Your Numbers by Dr. Davis. The second event is going to be on the management of diabetes using a low-carbohydrate diet and information from the world-renowned Dr. Eric Westman. Also, we are going to have a food demonstration. And the great thing about the food demonstration is that you're going to get to try it. And that's by Shay. And the food is amazing. Last, by no means least, at the event, we're going to have Club One. And Marcus Abali is going to be running a fantastic little fitness event. So bring your sneakers along with you.
ACE, which stands for Awareness, Compassion, and Education for Persons in the Prevention and Management of Diabetes, was established in 2012 to address the overwhelming need in the Bahamas for diabetes awareness and the challenge of managing diabetes on a daily basis. The expo is from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and admission is free. For JCN, I'm Ariel Boleg.
Doctors Hospital, the first to donate to the Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign. From November 23rd to December 24th, the Salvation Army will enlist the support of dozens of volunteers to cover the island. Bell ringing, according to the Salvation Army, seeks to bring hope and comfort to those who need it, most during the holiday season and throughout this year. On hand for the donation, Doctors Hospital Executive Officer Charles Seeley spoke to the importance of the corporate Bahamas donating to these kinds of causes.
There's the old statement that many hands make light the work. There is a lot of need, more obvious to us than ever before. The Bahamas haven't reached with the devastation of a significant storm has shown us that there is a lot of hurt and there is a lot of need in our community. But even before that, there were always those who needed a help, who needed to be lifted up in some way. And for corporate Bahamas to be community builders, it is incumbent upon us to see where there is an opportunity for us to extend beyond what we do specifically. In this instance, we're a hospital, we provide health care. But the reason we do that, as I indicated, was to improve the quality of life.
Salvation Army Advisory Board Chairman Felix Stubbs spoke to the significance of the bell ringing from the Salvation Army aspect.
There's never a Christmas season without the bell ringing from the Salvation Army. In fact, most people don't feel like Christmas unless they can hear our bells ringing. And the reason we ring our bells is that we're really looking for support from the public to help raise monies to address the needs of those persons who go through a Christmas season without anything at all. And as I said, because of Hurricane Dorian, this year there's even going to be a more significant need. So even while we understand that the general public may be challenged because of the devastation from Hurricane Dorian, I want you to understand that because of this greater need, we're calling on you to even dig deeper this year to ensure that we're able to meet the needs of as many people as possible.
This year, the Salvation Army will have over 30 locations. The hours of operation between 9 a.m. and 8 p.m. Our final stories are up next.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.